What's up, my beautiful people? This is your boy Stefan, your Afro-Grenadian ambassador. Welcome back to my channel, one and all. My subscribers, viewers, channel members, I greatly appreciate you. And don't forget to watch all the ads that are placed on my videos. I will greatly appreciate it. Well, in today's video, my friends, the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo, have advised and have unapologetically and truthfully told the black diaspora that Europe and the West will not help you. You need to start thinking about returning back to the continent to invest. And so, guys, what he said was very powerful. Let's take a listen and then I will come right back.
Things that have brought us here today tell us a lot about the development of our continent of Africa. I'm beginning by saying that the place of the diaspora, the status of people in the diaspora, of the African diaspora, is intimately linked with what happens on the continent. And Africa strong and performing transforms your position and your status here in Europe. But an Africa which continues to live the narrative of poverty, hungry children, people going across the Sahara, going in rickety boats and dying in Lampedusa to get to Europe. That Africa is not a narrative that is going to help you over here. So I think between you and us, our main task is the transformation of the continent. And why do I say so? Just one simple example. The Chinese diaspora is supposed to be some 60 million people. And in the table of states, they constitute the 25th country in the world. They're saying that of the 52 billion foreign investment that went into China in the 80s and 90s that transformed China into what it is today, the manufacturing hub of the world, 50% of that, 26%, came from the Chinese overseas community. And that development of China that has taken place has changed the status and the position of Chinese all over the world. So I want you to take those statistics very seriously, because that is the transformative connection that we want to make with the African diaspora. How to implicate it in the development of the continent. Once we change the narrative about Africa, and we can only do it ourselves, we have to get away from the idea that there's some Father Christmas somewhere who's going to come and develop our continent for us. There is no such Father Christmas. There's just us who are going to be able to develop our continent. So, once that mentality is our mentality, that we have to do it ourselves, then our relations with other people become that much more structured and punctilious, if you like. Our relations with France, our relations with Europe. Our relations with Europe is a natural one. You look at the geography of the world, Africa and Europe are natural partners. It's just this small strip of water, the Mediterranean, that separates the two of us. So when you look at that, and you look also at the history that has gone on between Africa and Europe, that is a natural relationship and a natural alliance, but a relationship that has to be different from the relationship that we've had up to now. Why do I say so? That relationship has enriched Europe, but has not enriched Africa. So we need to change that dynamic. And we can only do it by ourselves taking the correct measures for our future.
Very well said by President Nana Addo there, and it is very truthful. You know, a powerful and wealthy and prosperous Africa is a powerful and wealthy and prosperous diaspora. And he has made it very clear that unless we don't change that narrative and develop, come back home and develop our place, our continent, our people, we will continue to be at the mercy of Europe and the West. And we have seen a lot of Caribbeans and African people, have went to the Western countries, Europe, they found their life there, and some of them never returned back home. Never returned back home to develop, the country. And as Nana Addo, President Nana Addo, is reminding us that there is no Santa Claus anyway, that will come and, help us develop. It is only us, right, that will be able to develop our people. It is only us that will be able to set a foundation for our children. So this is a clarion call because, guys, things are getting really, really difficult. You're right, in this world today, how things are going. It's, this world is on the brink of chaos and confusion. And in order for us to create, it is time, not in order, but it is time that we think about creating an environment that will be a safe haven for us, Black people. Because when this chaos and confusion reach its full climax, the United States, Europe, and wherever we think there is milk and honey will not be safe anymore. We have to think about Africa. We have to think about the Caribbean. That is why I will continue to advocate for one Caribbean, one Africa. A matter of fact, I had I am working on a sticker that I will put behind my vehicle that I'm driving, and that sticker will mark. It will state one Caribbean, one Africa. I am reminding, bringing awareness. I am playing my part. Are you playing your part? I am bringing awareness to the Grenadian people, who we are, where we come from, and it is time that we start thinking of investing. I have always made up my mind that if push comes to shove, one of the areas in Africa that I will invest in is Nigeria or Ghana. That is, I consider these two places my second home, and also you have Kenya, which is a industrious hub right now. Kenya is growing very fast, and there's many places in Africa you can live a comfortable life, but you need to have a plan. You need not to waste or squander your money on materialistic things that the West is producing and giving to us. The money that you are making from these Western systems, think about, a plan. Think about saving. Think about developing a strategy so that when things are getting out of hand, people are talking about mass deportation, of the new Trump administration. I don't know how true it is. I don't know what will happen, but whatever will happen, we will be able to come back home to the continent to invest in our people, to invest, and create a safe haven for ourselves. Because as I know, President Nana Addo did not mince his words to the Black diaspora who he was addressing there. He told them, look, don't put your hopes here in Europe or in the West where you are now. I am telling you, you need to come back home and invest in the continent of Africa. Because if the narrative, and this does not change, about a dying and a suffering and a hungry Africa, your status here will never change. You will always be vulnerable to, the people that you are depending upon, the people that you are relying upon to give you a better life. There's a lot of people in the diaspora who have gone to Europe, America, and places for many years, many years, and they return back home. To invest because they understand that when you are in a strange man's land, you will always be a stranger. You will never be accepted in a strange man's land. You will always, it doesn't matter what amount of years you are there, you will always be seen as a stranger and you will always be at the mercy. They can terminate your residence when they can, how they can, whatever, and send you back. And the question is, many people who have been sent back, deported, they come back with nothing, right? Because they put all of their hopes in these Western countries, and they forget to come, that, they forget about where they come from. They forget that, look, I am not here for pleasure, to enjoy myself. I'm here so that I can make a better life, make money, so I can invest back to my country, and have a safe haven there. So that is how we need to start thinking, as the Ghanaian president Nana Addo had reminded us. So guys, thank you very much for watching. See you next time in the upcoming videos.